Is Murky, Murk, and the Funky Bunch versus Banzai, Legends. Um, both teams are in, so we're on the left side and the blue side. We're going to see Murky Murk. On the right side, we're going to see Banzai. And the bands are coming out quick, fast, and in a hurry. KT is our first band for Murky Murk, along with Bright Wing being a band for Banzai. KT is no surprise. Usually he is the second band of this first particular band phase. But they are likely to take out Brightwing counter with a global. And we are going to see Murky Murk pick up the Li Ming as a result of that solid first pick. In the last three casts that I've put out today, as I drink a sip from my Gatorade, since my throat is hoarse, Li Ming has always been the first pick. Always. And it's no exception here. Jaina is going to be the first pick for Banzai. Interesting pick, though that we don't see her this very often since her Storm Talent teleport has been taken away from her. No real sense of escape. Still has substantial damage, ability of damage, and range with her Q. Raynor is going to be the auto attack pickup for Banzai. Solid auto attack there with Hyperion or the Raiders, depending on which way they go. With that. Not a problem taking him first pick. But that Jaina pick is interesting, but maybe somebody on Banzai really plays her well, and it just makes sense for them to pick that. As a response, Murky Murk is going to be looking to probably, I don't know, going into this ban phase, I would say maybe pick up either their tank or their healer here, so they don't get choked out of somebody that they really want. I'm not quite sure who would they, want with. Maybe the Rhaegar, kind of the sense of a heal kind of concept, or you could have gone Brightwing, but that did get banned out. We are going to see that Rhaegar pickup here, along with a Zool pickup. It's nice to see my boy Zool come out. I'm a big fan of Zool. I love the push capabilities that the guy has, along with the lockdown Bone Prison, especially when you get that 16 talent vulnerability for it. It's just devastating. You just take pretty much anybody out of the game, and right now there is nobody that can kind of get out of the Zool Bone Prism with Jane and Raynor at this particular point. Banzai is going to lead this particular part of the draft phase with a Thrall band here. Good to get him out of there. One of the most sustained damage dealers in the game right now. Very good. And we're going to see the ban from Murky Murk coming right here. I would imagine it might be a tank or a healer, since Banzai needs both moving into this. And it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do picking up here. And they are going to actually ban out that LT. They don't want to mess with LT with stem, especially you can put it on a Raynor, and it can be very devastating. Dating here, I like to take that. So the healers that are available here are Melf, Karazim, and Lily the Noob. Available for healers here. So far, either one of those could do a pretty good job. You might want a range healer to help out Jaina, seeing how I think she might be a bit of a target for Murky Murk with Zool, and maybe a little bit of the wolf form dive from Rhaegar. But we'll see what they do here. Another good tank or bruiser pickup. Oh, never mind. I was going to mention Nubarak, but we're going to see the Cho'Gall pickup here. Holy cow! It's the first time we get to see the Cho'Gall. I apologize. I am not up to speed on his on either of those of their alts or abilities, so I'm going to try to call him like I see him. What is going to be the response here from Murky Murk? That could be completely devastating. Cho is a hero that is of extremes. He can be extremely good, or he can completely extremely throw the match for you, depending on the situation and how he's played and how he's utilized. We don't know how he works. Cho is the feat, as it were, and Gall is the damage dealer. So the tank is Cho, and the damage dealer / mage is Gall. The player placing Gall can't move. All he can do is abilities. And there are a couple of abilities that Cho will put out that Gall can then add to damage-wise or ability-wise. So they have to have a good synergy type playstyle together to pull off a successful Cho'Gall. We are going to see a Murden pickup, another solid pickup, tank pickup here. Arguably one of the best tanks in the game, with a nice stun, crowd control, and of course dwarf toss. Able to stay in and sustain himself with stone form and avatar if this player elects to go that route. Doing a really nice job here. With a Murd, and can really devastate a backline of a team. And we're waiting for the last pick for the Murky Murk. Are they going to do something surprising? I'm looking at their team right now. They have 3 melee. They're going to go with an Illidan pick. They're looking at for a giant killer to go after Cho'Gall. That is, Li Ming does bring the heat a lot. However, you need to have a giant killer against Cho'Gall to chunk down that tank that Cho is, and Illidan does bring that. But I don't know if he's going to have enough to get in there. And the synergy between Rhaegar and Illidan isn't that great. It's okay. But Tass is definitely better, along with Tyrande is definitely better. But we are going to see in turn Banzai Legend take that Lily pick. And here we are with that. I'm going to start up the game here to get all the teams in. Lily the noob is a solid healer, can bring out her own damage, and also has a nice blind capability with her E. And then of course Cups if you go that route or not, depending on if you do Water Dragon. I'm personally a big favorite of Water Dragon, but I'm sure the safe bet would definitely be to go to Cups as the way to do this here. So we're waiting for the teams to come in. For Infernal Shrines, as we know, is a map where one of the 3 altars will spawn, and you have to take down the altar minions to get a Punisher to form. So many to get. I believe it's 40 actually. Is it 30? I forget what it is. Anyways, so however they're going to do it, it's surprising to see that Sylvanas didn't make a showing here, even though this is considered one of her best maps, being able to push a Punisher all the way into an opponent's keep and take that keep down all in the first Punisher. Really interesting to see that she didn't make it all the way here, but I'm really excited to see this Cho'Gall pick up here to see how this is going to work. It's going to be a lot of fun, to see it. And we're waiting for the teams, the players to ready up here, getting close. We're at 8 players right now, 9. And then there was Mod. There we are. All right, I'm gonna get it on started right here. Switch over as soon as the load screen comes up. So here we go. Our 2 teams, Murky, Murk, and the Funky Bunch versus Banzai Legends. Banzai, I have casted before with my co-partner who is not here, who's on vacation, Jason. We've casted them before. This is, I believe, our first time with Murky Murk. And it's exciting to see these 2 teams here. And I'm going to get the music turned off so we can get this started up. And I am going to do a couple of things here so I can see myself what's going on. And there we go. There we go. And there we go. All right, sweet. Okay, so Infernal Shrines here. One of my personal favorite maps to play on. I really enjoy this map. It's nice team synergy that has to go in there, and how are you going to manipulate, how are you going to go in. Not things to worry about is, you're trying to get into the altar 1z, 2z at a time, or you're going in as a team. You need to go in as a team. You just can't just funnel in there. Also, too, are you being predictable in the way that you enter the shrine area? Are you coming in from your side, from that one little area where you know the enemy team knows where you're coming from, or you try to go around and flank? We have a little bit of a ring around the rosy here with on the side of Murky Murk here. Kind of cute to see. But looking at here on the blue trunks on the side of Murky Murk, oh my goodness, hate Nicholas is on Rhaegar, Brad, excuse me, on Muradin, Crumbs on Illidan, Bloodhaze on Zul, and Mafikai on Li Ming. In the red trunks, Panda Craze on Gaul, Throg on Rainer, Johnny K.A. on Lily, that Mr. Matt on Cho, and Purple Rourke on Jaina. Both teams are jostling for position in the mid lane here. We're going to see Murky Murk with a bigger presence here with 4 members sitting here. Excuse me, all 5 members sitting here in mid lane with Banzai with only 2 members here as we're getting going here. Big Bone Prison comes out on Li Ming. Lily here, and Jaina, Jaina goes down very quickly here. That is the devastating reality of what Zul can do with that Bone Prison. People say that he is completely overpowered. Yeah, I guess so. But if you got a team that can respond once that Bone Prison comes up, it is completely devastating. Getting that prison on and just getting ready just to dump somebody on with the amount of damage. Cho, Gaul putting himself out here. Mid lane being able to contain Zool a little bit. Zool not being able to do the things that Zool does best here in bot lane against this Cho'Gall. Essentially two people versus one in this lane. Li Ming coming down to help him out. And we do have in top lane Muradin against Raynor. Muradin already down half health as the push is on here into the top lane to get them down. And Raynor is just going to come back and just kind of soak, walk around a little bit, do a puncturing shot up on Muradin when he can, and just let the eat up that XP. We are going to see Illidan dive in on Jaina and Lily. Here we are, and Raynor supporting him with the heals. However, Lee is the noob is here with her blind being able to cancel out a lot of the damage and AoE that Illidan can do. The mid Altar is going to be up here in about 4 or 5 seconds. Illidan looking for a way to get in on Raynor, and it is a big push, but he is going to be able to get his self-healing back up here. However, it is going to be down. Raynor's healing is going to be down here as this Altar does come up, and it looks like both teams are going to try to joust for position as a pre to this thing coming in, and we're going to see the big first team fight come in here. Nice little feel out there by Cho'Gall, knowing exactly what push they're hiding on Building getting really, really low. The heals are already used up. There is a bit of cooldown. Crumbs is going to have to get out. Big damage being dealt out on Cho'Gall as Blood Haze on Zool is trying to push Cho'Gall. He's going to have to go back at some point and get healed up if he takes any more damage here. And the rush is on to get these minions captured. Big Zool Scythe coming in to grab a quick 5 for his team, Murky Murk. And a big push on Jaina and Lily as looks like, Jaina is going to go down, but Crumbs extended out just a little bit too far, and both towers are able to hit him. Cho'Gall is still getting a little bit low, but still looking to stay in the fight here as the bowling ball does come out and try to get some extra damage in on Murky Murk. But pretty even for the most part, with the slight advantage going to the side of Murky Murk with a minion kill so far. Li Ming eating most of that damage from that bowling ball ability from Cho'Gall. Jaina coming in, extending herself a little bit too much, which I'm surprised that orb didn't register with her, but it didn't. And she is lucky that she didn't take a ton of damage. They're already down to 75% health. And we can see Illidan come jumping in on Cho'Gall, trying to get a little bit of damage in, poke in on him. It seems to me that Murky Murk's focus is going to be this Cho'Gall to see if they can just really get him to come down. However, it's not going to be until later, when their damage spike comes up, that they're going to be able to really put a lot of pressure on him. And in turn, Banzai Legends is going to get the first Arcane Punisher of the match. Big jump from the Punisher coming in, stunning 3 members of Murky Murk as Banzai Legends start taking down that wall and cannons. And we are going to have one of the 2 players leave, get dropped. Hopefully that's Li Ming. He can come back right away, and he does. That happens. Oh, here we are with the pause, which is probably a good thing. He did pause the game. I don't have ability to do that. I probably should make myself have ability to do that. It makes sense. But we'll see how we do as we're waiting to get everybody in. Okay, and here we are. He's fixing. Can you go all? I don't know. I can't write anything. I'm just spectating. I can't do anything in there. So they're not going to be able to see me write because I was set as a spectator, not a referee. If it was a referee, I would be able to talk to them and ping and do all that nice stuff. So we're waiting on them. So as we're waiting here, I'm going to bring up the hot draft again so that we don't show anything of the map or anything like that. And there is a 60-second delay on the stream between the match, so there should be no danger of that, but I'll wait until this comes up and then I'll come back into the stream. So right now, as we're looking at it here, the Punisher is down here in mid lane, and the return push is going to be coming in from Murky Murk, and you can't see it, but I can. Taking a look at the kills right now, very, very low kill rate so far in this match, with almost 5 minutes into the match, where 2 members, 2 kills going on the side of Murky Murk and only 1 kill going on the side of Banzai. However, I think that's going to increase, especially as Cho'Gall gets into his power spike and damage spike here. But that Illidan pickup, and Zool being able to capture him, I mean, there's some good synergy to come out of Zool and Illidan working together, and then especially with the Leeming Ball and Missile coming in, helping out with that to try to take down that Cho'Gall. And we'll see as this match progresses what's going to happen here. So as we're waiting here, I'm just going to put on some music and kind of wait until the match starts. So I'm not going to say anything else, so I can save my voice, and I will come back as soon as we're up and running.
Enjoy the silence in the rain, when all my troubles wash away and bring me peace and still my pain, and have me live to another day. Enjoy the silence.
Alright, we're back in on it now. And I'm going to take care of... There we go. So we are going to see a rotate here in bottom lane here. Cho'Gall, Jaina, and Lili, the noob here, trying to take the camp down, along with taking down the tower and gate as well. All right, there we go. Everything's good now. Bit of a response now from Murky Murk as they're trying to respond down here in bottom lane here. Cho'Gall getting a little bit low, all taking a lot of damage here from Zul and Li Ming. But they're able to scrape away, and Zul needs to get a little bit of health here. Up in the top lane here, we're seeing a bit of a push here from Muradin, being all left alone to his own devices here, trying to get down some of these camps and stuff. The ammo is gone, but he's electing to... I thought he was going to stay in lane and try to put some hits on it, but maybe he didn't notice that the ammo was gone, and now Throng is back up in here. Here in mid lane now, we're going to see Crumbs get really, really low, and Illidan between the Jaina and Lili damage that they're getting, and we are going to see Rhaegar and Li Ming getting their restricted camp here. Cho'Gall's getting harassed by Zul and Li Ming here, and the Bone Prison does come out here. The second shrine here is going to spawn here in the bottom part of the map net right here, and Li Ming with a nice big missiles coming out with Crumbs coming in behind on Cho'Gall and trying to find a position here. Bone Prism is going to come out here. This is the best opportunity to take Cho'Gall down, and here we are with a big, huge damage burst here. Li Ming needs to get a nice, big, huge damage burst in this, and here it comes. Oh, just out of range, just a little bit outside. Altar is going to spawn, and the first to be there is going to be Murky Murks here. Illidan getting a little bit low here on health. He needs to use his passive to build up health from hitting the minions. That has been nerfed since before the release of the game. His health used to be his health regen when hitting things, either heroes or creep, was absolutely devastating. They did reduce that a little bit. He is not as valued as high as he used to be. In turn, with Cho'Gall coming back into the fight, the push is going to be able to push the push into the altar is going to be able to push out Murky Murk. A lot of damage coming in on Brad, on Muradin, and Zul getting out. Even his down, and the armor does go down along with himself. Brad is able to get out of there, and since one member is already down, it looks like Murky Murk is electing to give up, maybe return to soaking here and wait till people come back up. But honestly, there's not going to a whole lot they're going to be able to do here unless somebody comes out with a mistake here. Cho'Gall taking a little bit of extra damage than he ought to, but it is up, no big deal, with Illidan now down for another 15 seconds. Banzai Legends are able to spawn another Punisher here, moving in here on the bot lane now. They should be able to get this tower down, as the gate is already gone, along with the cannons associated with it. Big jump leap in on two of the members of that. The big Cho'Gall ult comes out. Let me find the name of that. Shadow Bolt volley does come out. Doesn't really do a whole lot. It was maybe a bit of premature, since all the members of Murky Murk did not engage on the Punisher yet as that came out. But they are going to be able to get the cannon and the tower down associated with it. So no mess, no foul right there. Banzai Legends are going to look to take this bottom camp since they have the opportunity to do so. Raynor was never even part of this fight. If you look way up here at the top, he is just soaking up this XP, taking care of that, and really trying to get that camp. Is she going to pay for this? It looks like the Bone Prism is going to come out on her, but big, huge push from Cho'Gall, and the Ring of Frost comes out from Jaina, and a nice follow-up to secure that Rhaegar kill. Really nice, well done here. Illidan does use his demon form ult to trigger it, and the big Cho'Gall volley comes out, but not able to get anybody here. We are going to see the big push on Illidan. Illidan is able to dive away. Banzai Legends is electing to go back and get their mercenary camp here. Might as well, since they have a one level lead. And honestly, I would have suggested, and this is just me being me, go and hit their opponent's camp, not theirs, and then collapse once they got their opponents, then collapse back on theirs to collect that. So you actually have both of them now. In turn, now it looks like Murky Murk is going to come up from behind a little bit to see what kind of damage they can put out. The big mages do come out from Zool, and the Bone Prism up on Cho'Gall. The big push to kill Cho'Gall is on. They're just not being able to get it done. Cho'Gall still able to walk away with the majority of his life, even though a massive amount of damage did come out on him from all 5 members of the Murky Murk, but not enough to take him down. The altar is here, going to spawn here in the mid lane here, and we are going to see a push up onto Raynor to see if they can get him out. And as we look at the death counters, the kill counters are going in with 4 kills on Banzai Legends, only 2 kills for the side of Murky Murk. Oh, he left again. Here we go again. So we're gonna have another pause here. Apologize for that, and it's the same issue that we had with the last time. I think one of the players from Murky Murk is just not being able to connect for very long. Either it's his internet or his computer not being able to stay connected, and we're going to have this happen again. I'm not sure what the rules are for when this occurs. I think if Banzai really wanted to press the issue here, they could elect to call this, but it looks like he's back now. Leeming is able to come right back into the match to start this up, and we're going to start in a matter of seconds here. I'm going to get myself ready. And I think we're good. So as we're waiting, we're going to take a look at the talents right here. Waiting on a P break. Really? Oh boy. Shadow Bolt Volley for Gall, and then the Hammer of Twilight, which is the push from Cho. And what else do we have? Zool went to Skeleton Mage. Not a big fan of that. I like the poison better. And Avatar, Elden Metamorphosis, no surprise. Avatar from Muradin, Ancestral Heal. Hyperion from Rhaegar, and Ring of Frost from Jaina. So a lot of home named alts here, nothing too out of the ordinary, pretty generic what everybody usually takes here. And we are going to continue to have this break. I'm not sure what's going on. Was the guy really taking a piss, or are they working on something here? I apologize for this, guys. It's completely out of my control, and we're just waiting here. In fact, what I guess I'm going to do is just show up the other screen again, since this is taking longer than it should for this. So it looks like, are we getting to be ready? Trying to adjust this so I can see both. Okay, we're finally back on here. Both teams are trying to adjust into position after that pause there, and the mid altar is up. Cho'Gall is going to be the first one to go in, or is he electing to take a little bit of the XP and push a little bit here? We are going to see the Bone Prison come out from Zool from Cho'Gall, and the Bone Prison is coming out. A lot of damage coming out. Ring of Frost comes out. Hyperion does come out. Li Ming starts using her beam and pointing it the wrong direction, and we're going to see 2 members of Murky Murk just utterly deleted right away, and Illidan and Rhaegar, and then soon to follow is Zool. A lot of damage there. They just don't have the sustain and the damage. And also, too, what they were doing that was an issue is they were just grouping up, and Banzai is just able to take pure advantage of that. You know, with the big push on Cho'Gall, everybody's getting into nail on Cho'Gall. And we're looking at here Li Ming, Azul, Illidan, Murden, all of them go in together to nail on Cho'Gall, and then the big Hyperion along with Ring of Frost comes down, and it's just nothing that they can do to get out of that. So how do you deal with that? You're going to have to just poke at them the best you can, and then just then dive in for the kill. But it's going to be very, very difficult. They're already 2 levels down, level 13 for Banzai Legends, and only level 11 for the Murky Murk. As the Punisher is pushing, we are going to see Banzai take their siege over here. I'm sorry, their bruiser camp over here. We're going to see if they're going to be aggressive and get a little feather up their butt to see if they're going to press in on their opponents, or they're going to elect down to go back into mid to push with the Punisher. It looks like they are going to elect to go back down and push with the Punisher. Cho'Gall is going to lead the charge here all the way in with the big bowling ball and the big push, and the jump is coming in. Nice opportunity for them to see if they can secure another kill here. Illidan used Metamorphosis to get out of the way to escape from them, and they're still trying to look for a fight here as they clean up this mid area here. But however, we do have the mercenary camp pushing here in top lane, taking down an inner wall, part of the wall, along with it looks like we're starting to work on the cannons. As Murky Murk is dealing with that in top lane, smartly Banzai Legends takes advantage here in mid lane to grab to knock down this inner wall, and they're going to have to keep their eye on top lane as it looks like Murky Murk is starting to come with a rotation back, and they do notice this, and they're going to start their retreat back down and maybe get the siege camp over here. We'll see. Lily is out a little bit out of position there, but able to get back safely. But we are going to see a little bit of a ambush stakeout over here, but it's no big surprise. Everybody knows where they're at. Murden has to jump away because he's getting really low from that big volley there. Cups comes out, Hyperion's out, Ring of Frost does come out. Nobody has died yet as of yet except for Li Ming. She is down. It looks like Zul's about ready to go down. He's going to get away. Rhaegar goes down. Crumbs is trying with all his might to try to do something with Illidan and Cho'Gall, but it's just not working for them. Brett is getting exceedingly low. Drovetroff comes out to save him from the blizzard from Jaina, and it looks like we're going to see the push here in the mid lane, and they'll be able to get a keep out of this if they keep the aggressive posture on. Keep up the pressure. 3 members of Murky Murk are trying to do their best, or excuse me, 4 members of Murky Murk trying to do their best to defend, and they do it. A little bit of indecisiveness or just a little bit too passive on the side of Banzai, but they really could have had that keep down, but they elect probably the safe bet to go up and grab this Punisher here, which will be their 4th Punisher of the match. Murky Murk electing to grab their a camp first before going in. However, this camp's going to push in top lane where Banzai Legends is, so I don't know how much of a push they're going to get. However, they're wasting their time on minions there and not getting into the altar, and Banzai is already going to have a 10 minion lead over them before they even get in here to engage. I scratch that. It's going to be more than that. All the members of Murky Murk are here, but they're letting Cho'Gall dictate how they're going to get into this fight, and they're deciding just to keep attacking him instead of getting in on the altar. Hyperion comes out along with the Ring of Frost. Rhaegar goes down. Brett is down with Murden. Cho'Gall getting low with the Growing Prison, but there isn't much they can do about it. Oh, the stasis does come out from Cho'Gall. He does come up with the cups, being able to save him. Illidan is going to go down. Thought that maybe he could get a kill off that, but the cups is just too powerful, and they're up too many levels for him to be able to take Cho'Gall down through Lily's cups. Taking a look at the kill count right now, 12 kills for Banzai Legend, but 2 kills for Murky Murk. Obviously, this match is going into the side of Banzai Legends, who's doing a really good job of dictating what they want to do and when they want to do it, and making sure that the other team focuses more on Cho'Gall than anybody else, which is exactly what you want to do as a Cho'Gall player. If you're on the other side of Murky Murk, they need to get off Cho'Gall. They're not going to be able to kill him. Find somebody else to go get. Stop worrying about Cho'Gall and get on somebody else. And that means your positioning. Don't come at them straight head on like they're trying to do right here. Try to go around them and do something like that. But that's not going to happen with the Punisher coming in and a big, huge dive, along with the hammer coming out and pushing Murky Murk out of the way here. And the beams are cutting into Murky Murk slowly and surely, and it's still still walking up, and Illidan goes down, gets caught out with the jump from the Punisher, and they're just not getting enough damage on this Punisher here. This could be the G's. When Rhaegar goes down with Jaina chasing here, and the big jump from the Punisher onto two members of Murky Murk, and it pushes onto Core here. Punisher has about 25% health left here, able to definitely get this keep down and maybe start a little bit on the core here. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get the core shield down, probably not, especially since it's going to be jumping all over the place. Choke all in there trying to get the volley working here, but they are into the base, able to get full healed, and they're safe from any damage here. Cho'Gall trying to do his best to keep them out. Big Ring of Frost comes out and zones out two of the members here with Leadley going down. Cups comes out. It then is canceled. Successful healing comes out. Jaina goes down. And it looks like Banzai Legend has to retreat here since they've lost the advantage. Able to get the core down around 50%, but this Cho'Gall might find his first death here to see what he does, but it looks like he might be able to squeak out. Nope, he does go down, but not before he takes down Zool with him. I'm sorry, not before. Oh, I thought he killed somebody in there. I guess he didn't. I thought Cho'Gall killed somebody before he went down, but he didn't. The remaining members of Banzai Legend are going to take their Murk hit, which is probably the smart maneuver to make, and rightfully so here. Look at the invade here coming from Murky Murk, trying to do something here with this advantage that they have. They're still down 2 levels, but this is the first time that they've had a hero lead after a team fight. After a team fight exchange, and they're going to try to press this advantage. So they're looking to elect to take down this mid gate and cannons here, but it looks like the response is going to be coming from Banzai Legends here in mid lane with Lily and Jaina already here, ready to defend it. However, the siege is just throwing its spears right into that cannon, and they're not. But however, it's not going to be enough to take down that cannon. We are going to see the Murky Murk try to grab as many of these cannons before the altars do come up to get as max amount of pushing as it can. However, if you look in the top lane here, there is a free push from this mercenary camp right to the core after it kills this wave of minions here, and there's nothing going to stop unless somebody comes up, takes themselves out of the fight to deal with it, and it's going to be Zool going up there to take it. It gives Banzai Legends an opportunity to grab this altar right after they take care of this mercenary camp. Zool still taking Zool a little bit of extra time to deal with this since he does not have any of his minions up. He does get 2 come up after that, and now we do see Banzai Legend on the altar here trying to get their next Punisher. Murky Murk electing to patiently wait until the rest of the team is together, and it looks like they're going to try a flanking maneuver here. Big Dwarf Cross coming in, Bird in here, big stun coming in, Metamorphosis comes down, along with Mage's Punisher, or excuse me, Volley, along with Ring of Frost Cups, and Hyperion do come out and are able to just demolish 3 members initially, and then able to grab Zool right there as the chase was on, and they're able to secure this Punisher. Just too much power, too much of a snowball effect here for anything that Murky Murk can do at this particular juncture. They're only level 18, and their opponents already have a level 20. And again, I'll say it, probably I would think this will definitely do it to be the G's. Punisher is easily able to cut their way through that inner gate right on into the lone cannon, and then straight over to the keep. I was just went nuts. And now pushing right onto the core. Core is already down to 55%, but all the members of most of the members of Murk are up. Volley does come out. Illidan isn't going to go down. No, he doesn't. I'm surprised. Looks like Murden does go down for the side of Banzai Legend. I'm sorry, for the side of Murky Murk, and that is going to be game. So here come the G's.
Red team is victorious.
a really dominating game for the side of Banzai Legend. This is the second or third time that I've casted for these guys, and they've been, for the most part, a very, very substantial effort, doing a really, really good job with dictating their map and working to their comp. We see the Chilgal come out, and I was wondering what kind of Chilgal we're going to see, and it was the kind that was the devastating kind. He did a tremendous job. 95k tank damage, mitigated tank damage, along with Gaul's 78 hero damage, the most for his team. Li Ming never got an opportunity to get going at all with bringing the damage with only 34k hero damage, and that is honestly the most hero damage for her team. So really, really decisive. Put your boot on their throat kind of performance from Banzai Legends, doing a really exceptional job knowing their characters and working together, continually working together as a team. And I'll hand it to Murky Murk. They didn't give up. A lot of people, a lot of teams would have given up seeing how the dominance that Cho'Gall was and just kind of poke around and not do a whole lot. But they tried. They kept trying to get into it, and at the end, it just wasn't enough. There was really nothing that they could do. They got too far behind XP wise, and Cho'Gall got way too powerful. So my hat's off to Banzai Lesson. Now I want to bring up my shameless promotion of the channel. Here I'm usually co-casting with Jason, who's the usual play-by-play, and I'm the analyst. But he is off in Ohio. Why would you go to Ohio for vacation this week? And we'll be back next week, both of us, for the playoffs for the division for the cheer league. If you guys like what you're seeing here and the production that we're putting on, give a like or give a subscribe to both of our channels. Both channels are up. We also do put our each match, trim it down a little bit on YouTube so teams can review the match in its entirety if that's something that they want to do. So you can go over to both of our YouTube channels and you'll find matches of previous matches up there. All right, guys, have a great night. I know it's a late one. It was a nightcap. I'll be out of town for the rest of this week, but I'll definitely be back for next week. Take care and have a wonderful night.